Greetings, Southern Cameroonians on the continent and around the world. This is King H. I'm just gonna make a short video because I was just watching President Dr. Sako Samuel making a speech on ABC. As usual, this guy, he doesn't know how to speak. He's not an orator. Leadership requires that you should be able to express the message that you are giving to the people in an eloquent method, in an eloquent way. But Dr. Sako lacks oratorship, hands down. But that's beside the problem. That's beside the point. The fact is this. We know Dr. Sako is good for one thing, and that's stealing the money of the people. In my trip to Boya, he stole over $500,000 CFA. Money that the people contributed with their hard-earned money for the revolution, so that they could be successful, so that we could reduce the amount of people that are being killed, so that our soldiers who are fighting on the ground will have the weapons that they need, the guns, the AK-47 that they need to fight the war. Revolution and war take time. And it will even take more time if you're not well prepared, if you don't have a great militia. War is won on two fronts. And it's won on these two fronts is war together. And these two fronts are what? Diplomacy and military might. You cannot only rely on diplomacy and forget the military, thinking that you will win the war. Because in the process of just doing diplomacy, your people are being killed by the ruthless President Paul Biya, who declared the war on Southern Cameroonians. So we cannot forget about the military. And our military should not be fighting among themselves. Should concentrate more on fighting the enemy. But if you notice of what happened in Bui, where 23 people were killed because of the leadership of Southern Cameroon. And I've even gone further at this one. Another point that I wanted to make crystal clear: Southern Cameroonians. We do not have a government. Because if we had a government, then the government should be on the ground, on ground zero, should be on Southern Cameroon, not out of the continent of Africa, not in USA. That's not a government. All those groups, including the interim government, both interim government, are organizations that are fighting to restore the independence of Southern Cameroonians. We, Southern Cameroonians, do not have a government. If you think and believe we have a government and the government is going to protect the people, well, what have the government been doing to protect the people? To protect those 23 people that were killed? To protect so many people, houses that were burned? What are the government doing? Southern Cameroonians, we do not have a government. We must create organization, strong organization that are going to be useful to winning our revolution, in winning our independence, in winning our sovereignty. And then, as I wanted to add before, guys, this video is not going to be long. Dr. Sako likes stealing things, just like he likes stealing money. Money that hard-earned money that was contributed by the people of Southern Cameroon for the revolution. He likes stealing things. Upon that, he likes stealing ideas. The county by county, he fought so hard against it. At the end, he accepted it. Now, on his live video that he did today, there was something that he also spoke about. And this is something that Eric Tato had been advocating for more than 6 months now. Operation One Gun, One Person. In other words, you take one soldier and sponsor him with his guns and ammunition and stuff like that. Eric Tato talked about it over and over and over for more than 6 months. Nobody listened. Now, guess what? The so-called great president of the interim government is now talking about the same idea that Eric Tato talked about 6 months ago. This is what this guy is good for, stealing things so that he could have people contribute money. Some of you may think that some people have forgotten about what Eric Tato spoke about, but there are many people who watch this the videos and remember ideas that were put forward by great people. And Operation One Man, One Gun was an idea that Eric Tato talked about for more than 6 months. Guess what? Today, Dr. Samuel Sako is talking about Operation One Man, One Gun. The guy is not intelligent. He doesn't know what he's doing. All these organizations that are fighting for the independence of Southern Cameroon are fighting among themselves while fighting against the enemy, like Republic of Cameroon. If we continue like that, we would never win this war, because we will be killing our own people while like Republic of Cameroon is killing us. Then what soldiers are we going to use to fight the war when we are pointing guns at ourselves and the enemy is pointing guns at us? So the concentration of black legs shouldn't be significant. We should find diplomatic ways to pursue people not to become black legs. But it's not by pointing a gun at them that will stop them from doing that. And the reason why some people are even turning black leg is because of these organizations, these groups, this interim government that is making people to turn black legs. When you decide to say you're going to sponsor and give soldiers money for them to have the guns that they need, and then you turn out you don't give them, all the frustration and the death, and they see their own people dying, and then you're waiting for you to do something, yet nothing is done. What do you expect them to do? So we contribute to the growth of black legs. We, Southern Cameroonians, contribute to the growth of black legs. If you want to blame anybody, blame every Southern Cameroonian and blame the interim government and all the organizations for doing that. But to win this war, we must concentrate on the most significant factor that is going to free us from the Republic of Cameroon, which is concentrating all our military might on La Republique du Cameroon, county by county, town by town, villages by villages, until we free 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counties, and then we push the war continuously into the land of La Republique du Cameroon. We must find a way to push this war into their own country. The more the war stays in our country, the more our people will die. But if we can successfully come together like the Great Three have decided to, and they have a live show. It should have started by 2, but I'm still waiting. I haven't seen anything yet, but I'm quite sure they'll be started before 3. But the fact is this, Southern Cameroonians, Dr. Samuel Sako, or Dr. Sako Samuel, does not know anything about leadership. He has no idea. He's there his purpose is to make money. Just like Chris Ano is there to make money. Oh, I forgot one more thing. Dr. Sako is advocating for people to give money to the revolution and to the ABC TV. But I say I ain't giving shit These guys, I'm saying it on video that I'm not supporting or sponsoring. No money. I did that in the past. I'm not doing shit to the interim government. They should find a way to make their own money. Government are supposed to come up with ideas and ways to make money and stop asking for money from the people when you will take the money and don't use it for the purpose that it was meant to use. So why should I give money? Anyway, this is King H. I'm out.